Hello and welcome to Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend. I'm Carrie Moore.
And I'm Kelly Padden. And it is the long weekend,
Yes.
BC Day to be exact. And we'll have all the go-to things that you will want to be doing on this halfway through summer long weekend.
But first, we have two sensational guests. We have Mickey Vidal, counselor for Harrison Hot Springs Village, joining us to share with what's going on in Harrison. And we have the new executive director of the chillTV Museum, Rosalind Shipp.
And Natalie Bedard returns with a new Total Wellness segment sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting, and we always look forward to those.
We'll also have all the important news affecting the Valley in the last week, and you'll want to tune in next week for a very big and top secret announcement.
So fasten your seatbelts, everyone, as you always want to be safe when traveling on a long weekend. We will be back right after the break.
So, what did you do last week?
Last week was really busy. First, it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday. But we also had a lot of family time, and Rib Fest was on, and of course the garden. But I have to admit, guilty pleasure. I haven't watched South Park since my undergrad, but I watched their newest episode 9 times.
I think I should probably look it up.
Yeah,
I've heard about it, but yeah.
It was worth it. And what's that word? Is it Schadenfreude or that German word? I feel like that filled me up that day. So
Perfect.
yeah. How about you? What'd you get up to?
My husband was in a ball tournament all weekend, so he runs this wildlife softball league, so he kind of has to be there. So watched a couple games, worked on my tan. It was very nice.
Excellent. All right. So, do we want to jump into what's happening?
Yes.
Really big news this week was the 8.8 magnitude earthquake off the east coast of Russia, which triggered, the whole Pacific Rim tsunami warning.
Yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah.
At least initially with the areas like Hawaii and Japan in the direct path. But then even like all the way over to Vancouver, up the coast, and everything was being affected. So very scary.
Alerts became, different things, and everything's okay now.
We're all good to go.
We're good to go. But maybe a good, practice run. There was that tsunami in Japan however many years ago, and it was serious. So I'm glad that all the information got spread pretty quickly.
Yes.
But in BC, maybe if we start just a little outside the Fraser Valley, in Lytton. According to the Canadian press, there's an out-of-control wildfire in the BC interior.
I didn't think there was anything left to burn in Lytton.
You know what? They're rebuilding, but it's triggered an evacuation alert for a number of properties near Lytton.
Not good.
And then layered on top of that, the Thompson-Nicola Regional District says that at least 5 properties in Spencer Road South have been given the warning to prepare to evacuate on short notice.
It's been cooler temperatures in BC, but still there's a lot of dry tinder everywhere all across North America. Yeah. And that's the potential that there is, watch your fires.
Yeah, there's still a lot of summer ahead of us. So we're not seeing things like the smoke right now, but there's still a lot of time left.
Especially since there's now a fire happening in Harrison.
Yeah, I think there's 3 at this point. One is out of control, I believe. If that's out of date, maybe we know the first responders are working so hard.
They're trying,
from one moment to another, and they're keeping an eye on everything. So huge thank you to all the first responders, as always.
For sure. Teen crashed his stepmom's BMW, speeding through the Fraser Valley. Yeah, he was clocked at 180 in a 100 zone.
180 kilometers an hour.
And it gets better. Then when he got off the freeway, he hit a parked dump truck. $1,800 in fines, and then that's not even counting how much damage he's done to the BMW.
So you know what? I think I'm really grateful that he is uninjured enough to be in so much trouble right now.
And he's lost his license for a year. He only had an L.
Okay. Well, cautionary tale.
Yes, exactly.
Make better choices.
For sure.
So in Agassiz, Popcom area, a body was discovered in a burning vehicle on Sunday evening in Chilliwack. And not in Chilliwack, sorry, in near Agassiz. So IHIT's involved. Investigation continues. If you have any information.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, 2 more crashes in Popcom.
Yeah.
Very different, but 40 minutes apart. Very similar crashes, 40 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Strange.
I heard about this. So there were 2 crashes. They were each single vehicle crashes. Both involved speed. Both the driver was uninsured. So in the Chilliwack Popkamy area. One went off the road, another one...
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
Very weird.
Insurance is important. The fines associated with driving without insurance also...
Yeah.
Talk about
not good.
like the speed, not paying attention. There's lots of fines there. And ICBC actually just put something out talking about how accidents can be on the rise if you're feeling sleepy, which happens in the summer because of heat, or maybe because you were out later because the sun's up, or you were camping overnight. So they really warn if you're tired, don't drive.
Don't drive.
I don't know that that was related to these two accidents, but I don't know that it wasn't.
Yeah. I do know I'm not going to be driving through Popcom anytime soon because it seems dangerous.
Something's in the water.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
In Hope, heat wave warning for the Fraser Canyon.
Okay.
The Hope Standard reports that a young man, only 19, also totally different from the heat, fell into the Coquihalla River.
At Othello Tunnels.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they've shut down the tunnels again, which is so sad because they just opened them in November.
Yeah, so that happened on Monday, and they did search for him. They feel like he is being kept under because of the current. There'll be more search efforts. Othello Tunnels is closed.
Yeah.
So hearts really go out to everyone impacted there, as well as there was someone who went to try to help him.
And they needed to be saved.
They needed to be saved as well by search and rescue. Or was it no, it was fire department, I believe. I'm not sure. Yeah. First responders, thank you again. Yeah. In Langley, here's some good news. So Langley-based Animal Rescue is going to receive $81,000 just for Paws, a volunteer-run organization, to make major transportation upgrades. So this is really important so they can serve the whole area.
And they've been using individual cars, so now they're going to get their own vehicle.
Yeah, that's great news. There's 3 projects being sponsored. I think one's in New Brunswick and one's on the island, and then there's this one.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, that's fantastic. And then I guess to finish us off, in the Valley, like Mission area, there's small wildfire near Mission, but it's under control.
Yep.
So we'll end on that high note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the break, our interview with Mickey Vidal. And we'll be right back.
Welcome back, and welcome to the show. We have Mickey Vidal, a counselor with Harrison Hot Springs, and newer title for you. It's the vice chair of the Lower Mainland. No, what is it?
First vice president.
First vice president.
Lower Mainland Local Government Association, which is our area association for UBCM.
Excellent. And UBCM is Union of British Columbia Municipalities. So doing work all over the place for a local level of government, which is fantastic. So welcome to Daybreak. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very exciting to have you with us. So for people who don't know, I know
Like me,
you and
Kelly
Carrie
knows you
just
really
met.
well.
Who are you and what brought you here?
Yeah, why are you in the Fraser
am
Valley? Have you been here forever?
No.
Short answer, no.
I worked for many years in Surrey, and used to always bring my boys out to Harrison Hot Springs. As a single mom, you're poor. So I brought them out numerous times, and I thought, when I retire, I want to move to Harrison. So that's what I did. My husband and I bought a house about 12 years ago, and it's paradise.
Yeah. You've been making a difference ever since.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So what got you into, I'm going to ask this question first, get it out of the way. What got you into politics? Because there's a difference between falling in love with Harrison Hot Springs, which how can you not, and deciding to put your name forward for politics.
Yeah.
Well, here's the story. Just down the road from Harrison, there was a proposal put forward for a gravel pit extraction. And I thought, I don't want this in my backyard, blasting and crushing and environmental concerns. So I just put it out on social media one day. It was anybody else know what's going on here? And lots of people responded. So I thought, well, I'm just going to open up my house and see who shows up. And from there, it just went viral.
Yeah.
Viral, right? So, and we had a level of success.
You did. Yes.
Yeah. So from that, I was encouraged to put my name forward to run for council. And I thought,
You thought hard. That's
I
good.
thought hard.
I feel like I made the same face.
So I talked it over with my husband and said, why not give it a go? So yeah, so I was elected first term and am now into my second term as councillor.
And you're still enjoying it?
Most days.
Some days.
Most days. I'm sure Kelly can relate that some days you're just like, oh, right? But
Any service job is like that.
exactly.
Right? But it's a privilege, and
It is.
I know you love it. We've talked. All right, so one of the reasons that I'm really excited to have you here today is to talk about a passion project of yours, which is the Terry Fox Run. So
This-
tell us all about it.
I have been chairing the committee for the past 3 years. So before we move ahead, I want to say September 14th at the Plaza in Harrison Hot Springs, registration at 9 o'clock. The run starts at 10. We will have Sasquatch there, and we will have a guest MC who most people know very, very well. So, yes, so this started as my own personal journey. So 2.5 years ago, went for a routine mammogram, and from there, I was called back for an ultrasound, and then a biopsy, and a diagnosis of breast cancer, and the most common form. I was just reassured that the surgeon who did the surgery said I never even would have been able to pick it up by myself in self-examination. So
early detection through mammogram.
essential, and I will hound that home as long as I have breath. So from there, surgery, and then I was approached by the province Ministry of Health to see if I would be interested in participating in their program to go down to Bellingham for my treatment. And the reason for that was because there was such a backlog in treatment. And it could have, if I had stayed, I could have, in BC, it could have delayed my treatment.
The COVID backlog is what they were still working through, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we took advantage and went to a private clinic in Bellingham, and for my radiation treatment. I'm happy to say that I just completed a couple of weeks ago my annual mammogram and ultrasound, and now 2.5 years clear.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Very happy. I remember that was a
Scary times,
that was a scary moment.
Yeah.
There. Very glad to see you healthy, and really glad that there was some outside of the box thinking to move things along.
Absolutely.
Fun fact is right now we're actually recruiting a lot of those doctors. And you're moving to BC.
Good.
So, times have changed, different crises, but so grateful for your health. And that brought you to Terry Fox, or were you already involved?
No, that brought me to, there had been no history in my family or anything, and there had been a small run in Agassiz previously, and hosted by the Agassiz Fire Department, but they kind of wanted to pull back from that one. So I talked to a couple of people and women in Harrison who had gone through a cancer journey. And I said, well, let's have one here in Harrison.
Let's do it. And you get to do it in Harrison.
Yes, so
Do it
beautiful.
in Harrison. Yes, run, walk around the lake.
Around the lake, yeah. Wow. So what's the goal this year? So you had a pretty modest goal the first year, 5,000. Then, what was it, 7,000?
7,000 last year.
And then, but you blew past it. So what's the goal this year?
The goal this year is $15,000. And if people want to, join in or register for the run, they can either do it the day of the run, or they can simply go onto the Terry Fox Foundation website, do a search for the run in Harrison. You can make your donation there. And new this year, any merchandise that is purchased, as you can see, I'm wearing this year's T-shirt, will go directly to our total. So isn't that fantastic?
It is.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody who wants to go for a walk with me in September, let me know. We'll be doing it in Harrison.
Yes. Beautiful weather.
Awesome. And speaking of merchandise, you said you brought us a little
I
surprise.
did.
Yeah?
Here, these are this year's wristband.
Nice.
And it,
we love gifts.
The theme this year is
Finish it.
Finish it.
which came
Thank you.
from a quote
Fantastic.
from Terry Fox when he had to discontinue his run and was back here in BC in the hospital. And the quote was, I'm able to continue, but if I can't, then I hope others will finish it.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So 45th anniversary of Terry Fox's run this year. Can you
It
believe
makes you
that?
feel really old because I remember watching it on TV and
I know.
watching his progress.
I know.
I wasn't born yet. But yes, very old. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your own story and what's happening. Thanks for your public service. And I think we'll be there in September. Well, I will be, hopefully.
Yeah.
But with that, we're going to finish it here for today. But we will be right back after the break.
We Sunday driving, and the sun's bright shining. We load up the doggies, gas up our rifle. We're gonna hit that 4-lane, and then we off flying. We come alive when we Sunday driving.
Welcome back, and welcome to the show, Rosalind Shipp, Executive Director with the Chilliwack Museum and Archives.
It's fantastic to have you here. I know that you're a bit new in your job, and I'd love to start just by getting to know you. What brought you to Chilliwack?
Oh, well, a number of different things. I mean, I was living on Vancouver Island before I came here, working in another local community museum. And it's always nice to explore other areas of BC and to live in different places. Always been a little bit nomadic like that. And so the opportunity came up here in Chilliwack, and we decided to come and take a little vacation around and see if we loved this valley as much as we did up in the Comox Valley. So it's a beautiful place to be.
All right, so Courtney Comox is coming into my head. There's dinosaur bones there, right?
There are, yes. That's at the Courtney Museum, and I had the pleasure of being the executive director at the Cumberland Museum, which is another little village in the Comox Valley. So,
So we don't have dinosaur bones here yet. Fingers crossed. Okay, so that's what brought you to Chilliwack, and now, you came for the museum. So how did you get started working in museums? It seems like such a niche job.
Oh, it is, but it's just absolutely fabulous. It's kind of, I think, a family trait. My sister, who's 10 years my senior, I often feel she's a lot my mentor. And growing up in Ontario, she volunteered at the Royal Ontario Museum, and when I was little, she would take me with her on her volunteer shifts, and she would allow me to roam and explore the museum on my own, and I think that's where I got the taste for curiosity in the museum industry and art galleries and just fell in love. And I've been fortunate enough to follow that passion in my professional career too. Cool. So
that's fantastic. So you would roam the ROM?
yes, literally.
I'm
And they
sorry.
have dinosaur bones.
They do have dinosaur bones. None in Chilliwack.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, okay. I'm dropping in, like I'm trying. All right, so you've been with the museum here in Chilliwack for how long?
Since January, so just 6 months past.
Okay, so what is happening? What is next? What's coming up?
Well, I think, you know, what I love about working in community-oriented museums is being in community and working with community. And so I think one of the really big things that we've listened to and heard from the community is that they'd love to see a little bit more of Chilliwack community history displayed in the exhibitions. So that's what we're working on. Myself and Mary, our curator, is meeting with community members and community groups to gather up for a new exhibition opening in September.
Awesome. And I know one of the, there was just a big event that was around Pride or right around the festival.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there'll be, sorry, I don't want to assume.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like with First Nations and the reconciliation work? Because I know there's been a lot of work on reconciliation with the museum.
I think that, you know, we always find that the role of museums is constantly changing. What is our place in our contemporary culture, and what stories do we share, and who decides on what stories are shared? And so the beautiful part of this particular project is that it is community focused and community driven. So Mary, our museum curator, has been working with the Solo and the Resource Center and Coca-Cola Education Center in order to gain their perspective and see what they would like to share, because it's their voice that's going to come through. And it's the same with the Pride event that went on as well. It's about, that workshop was about collecting memories. And so the whole exhibition will be based around how is memory built and collected.
Okay. Different approach.
Yeah.
All right. So what's coming up in the fall?
In the fall, we're going to be launching this collection, Collecting Memory Workshop, and then we're also going to be launching our Curiosity Studio, which is going to be a fun, hands-on, exploratory exhibit that's oriented to both children, families, and adults, as a place to just be a hub for them to come sit in the museum and hang out.
Okay. So that sounds fun. I mean, other than the Seattle Children's Museum, I'm not usually allowed to touch things at the museum.
Well, the Curiosity Studio will allow you to do that.
All right.
And for those who don't know, where are you located?
We are located right downtown on Spadina Avenue.
In the big white building.
Yes, in the big, beautiful old City Hall.
And what are your hours?
We are open during the summer 7 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 4:30, and on the weekends from 10 until 4.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. You have such a passion for the museum, and it shows. They're lucky to have you. And we'll have you back sometime soon when something else opens.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
After the break, we're getting a visit from Natalie Bedard of Total Wellness, sponsored by Rivercrest Contracting, for some tips on how to stay healthy.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hey there, it's Natalie Bedard, fitness, nutrition, and mindset coach. And today I just want to talk about the thought of good or bad foods, the rules that we put upon ourselves when we eat food. There are no good or bad foods. So let's just solve that right now. And you're not good or bad for eating any specific food. Foods are either more in alignment with your goals or less in alignment with your goals, but not good or bad. And in fact, you want to be able to include some fun foods, maybe those foods that you have considered quote unquote bad, to make your diet more sustainable. the reason why most people fail on any plan or diet is because they cut out entire food groups. Oh, I can't have carbs. I can't have sugar. Oh, I can't have this favorite treat. And we're really setting ourselves up for failure, because as soon as we say, I can't have something, what do we think about? What do we want? We want that thing that we can't have. So the best diet is going to include a spectrum of those foods that are in alignment with the goals you have, and maybe less so, but you can still include them, because what actually facilitates you losing or gaining weight is your caloric intake. So your calories can be made up of any and all foods, and so they should be. So, really what I recommend to my clients is most of your diet, 80%, make those whole foods, like meats that you prefer if you are a meat eater, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, foods that you cook yourself most of the time at home. But also 20% of your diet, enjoy some of those fun foods. Include them, plan for them, so then you're not feeling restricted. So as you go throughout this week, and if you catch yourself saying, I'm good, or I've been bad, just remember that's not true, and that you actually want to include all of those foods in various quantities to make your diet sustainable. So let's stop the labeling of good and bad. Just remember there's foods, and really stop judging ourselves for eating something that we perceive as good or bad, and think, am I including all of these, and is what I'm doing sustainable? And you will have so much more success and a lot more fun. So next week, we'll talk more about fitness, nutrition, and the mindset that goes along with it.
Another great lineup of guests. Mickey Vidal is such a kind human being.
And she's in politics for the right reasons, helping residents improve their lives and all the fundraising stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, and thank you to Rosalind, who is practically brand new in her role with the Chilliwack Museum. She has a lot of passion. I'm confident she's going to make a big impact in the Chilliwack downtown.
And thank you to Natalie, always challenging us with something new in her Total Wellness segment. If we followed her advice religiously, I'm probably sure we could run up the 3 flights of stairs
To the studio.
to the studio. That's why it's so warm up here. It's the third floor. Woof.
Okay.
What are you up to this weekend?
What am I up to this weekend? I live at the lake, so I live where people come on the long weekend. So I probably won't be leaving.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
But I'll get to enjoy my kids and my family, and
nice.
probably barbecue, and it'll be a chill weekend at the Padden House. How about you?
Well, my son, it's his birthday today, so he's 30.
Happy birthday.
He's 33. And then his wife's birthday is on Sunday, and she thinks it's a good idea to go to the lake. So
Well, I'll be there.
we're
but
going to go do that, so that sounds fun. And then on Monday, I'm going to cut off my hair.
You're going to cut off your hair.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Okay, well, if you need
Promise.
anything while you're at the lake, call me. I'm close.
Okay, yes. Like where to park.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get to it. On that note, what to do on the weekend in Abbotsford. We teased it last week, but the Agra Fair launches today in Abbotsford. Agra Fair started in 1909, so it's been around 116 years.
Yes.
And we can tease just a few more things about it, but not the entire show because we'd be here all day. So
Lots of entertainment.
yeah, horse shows, pig races, extreme dogs, extreme loggers, I'm in.
I know, right? Magicians, chainsaw carving. I thought that was for Hope.
Okay.
And all-star wrestling. Who knew? Carnival rides, demolition derby, Agra Fair Idol. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Tom Lavin of the Powder Blues Band, a Battle of the Bands. It just goes on and on.
Okay, well, you can buy tickets online at a bit of a discount or at the gate. So it's around $20 for adults and $15 for seniors and youth. Kids 5 and under are free.
So in Chilliwack, starting tomorrow, it's the Sweet Corn Festival, continuing through Monday at Greendale Acres. It's going to be amazing.
Amazing.
'Cause you can go
I
through the
see what
corn
you did
maze.
there.
Yeah.
Did you know it was actually the first corn maze in BC? Yeah, and the other thing is, maize is another word for corn.
Yes.
I think,
Tying it all together.
yeah, it's all circular. Yeah.
There's going to be corn shucking and eating contests, like probably hot dogs and pie, maybe.
Corn. Wouldn't it be corn?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Face painting, a cornhole tournament,
Okay.
and then there's going to be some performances.
Larry Edwards, Johnny Bootleg Trio, Unbranded, Morgan Griffith,
Ryan McAllister.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Cultus Lake.
Okay, we'll be
Movie
there.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have movie in the park at Main Beach. It starts at 9 p.m. tonight, where they'll be playing Back to the Future. It's
Fun.
great.
Yes.
Free event for the family. You just need to bring your own chairs and blankets and snacks and
Bug dope?
yeah, bug dope. Okay, I've never heard it called that before.
Yeah, well, that's what we call it.
I'm taking it.
In Hope, the Friday Concerts in the Park series continues every Friday at the Band Shell in Memorial Park. So tonight from 6:30 to 8:15, and it's a free event.
Okay. And in Langley. So it already started yesterday. The BC Square Dance Festival, it continues today and tomorrow, 1:30 to 10 p.m. at Langley Secondary. This looks like a lot of fun, and it's open to the public.
Have you ever square danced? It's a sweat and a half.
In like grade 10 gym where they make you learn all of the different kinds of dances, but it's fun. I kind of
but
love
very
it.
hot.
Yeah.
You get very sweaty, and then you're touching other people you don't know. So, basically, get outside with your family and friends and enjoy the long weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Daybreak. Have a fabulous Fraser Valley, BC day-long weekend, and make sure you turn in next week as we've got a very big announcement to make.